Even worse than Judas. Huh?
Why worse than Judas?
At least Judas was a disciple. You can't even remain awake for what kind of person you are.
I'm awake now, Swami. After your
You don't
call,
look
I went to
awake.
watch my film.
You don't look why you become so tired these days?
Actually, not always I went to sleep like this.
Every day you are like this.
I'm so happy today that I can see Swami.
So why your meditation is so all the time?
Actually, after I woke up from suicide, it has not been as good as in the past.
Woke up from suicide.
Yes.
If suicide was complete, then how you can woke up?
Yeah.
What?
It hasn't been as good as last time.
This is all your mind interpretation. You will find something. It was happening before it was good. Now it is. This is not just because of that. Earlier also you had many other excuses. So you are always living in the past. In the past was always golden. The golden past. And the iron present and stony future. Huh?
Yes, Swami.
So, you are very greedy. That's why you're always desiring that something should happen. What do you mean by watchfulness? I've asked you before also, but what do you mean?
Watchfulness means that.
No, not watchfulness, mindfulness.
Oh, mindfulness. Mindfulness.
Mind is full of fart and shit. Huh? What do you mean?
Mindfulness, I think
is
being in the present moment.
This is also another word for self-remembrance. That means you were not absent, you were present.
Yes, Swami.
So, when you are desiring that something should happen, you should be in a very great, nice experience. Then you are no longer watching. You are interested in the experience, not in the experiencer. So whether silence happens, peace happens, you are very alert and awake. You should not desire all those things. You just go on watching. Why you are such a rapist? Why you want to force on existence things? When it has to happen, it will happen. And what you have paid for it? Just nothing. 1 hour of lukewarm meditation for few days. What it? For eternity you have been asleep. And you are in such a hurry that you should become enlightened. What you have paid for it? You just read all those people who have become enlightened, how much they have paid and what you have paid. Just tremendous greed, too much greed. Why so much greed? What do you think who you are? You are somebody special that existence should transform your shit into gold. Eh?
No, Swami.
You have to make all effort to transform your shit into gold, not you have created this shit, who will transform? And you are totally impatient.
Yes, Swami.
The more patient you are, the more mature you will become. The more you are in hurry, the more stupid and more immature you will remain. Meditation is the art of being in the present, being here now. So when you are desiring, when you want to become something, how can you be in the present? But you are not understanding simple thing. I was lost in thoughts. What you wrote today? There was some watchfulness, something like that.
Some watchfulness.
What some watchfulness? Other than watchfulness, what was there? Fartfulness.
Yes, watchfulness, yes.
It is just sheer pure greed. If you want your life to change, you will have to make knowing yourself at the very center. All other thing has to be on periphery. But 1 hour of forced meditation, you think even 1 hour is not out of love, huh?
Yes, Swami.
If 5 days I am not talking with you, your meditation vanishes.
Yes.
Why you are yawning? When you have the class?
Huh?
When you have the class tomorrow?
Tomorrow my class is at 5:30 Indian time morning, 8 Malaysian time.
So you want to talk or you want to sleep?
Now is it? I want to talk now, Swami. It's very, very rare that Swami is calling me on video.
Okay. So today I went to watch a movie.
Okay.
I will tell you the story. And after we finish the talk, you have to share. This is your task. Now you're trapped. You have yourself said you want to listen now. So afterwards you are going to share?
If you want, if you give the instruction to share, I will share.
So I went to watch this movie. The name of the movie is Chhaava. Chhaava means lion's cub. So there has been a very great king in India. His name was Shivaji. This is the difference between kings in other countries and in India. They are very spiritual, they are very meditative, and they all have their master. And they are very always ready. If the master says jump from this mountain, they will jump immediately, because they are the real Kshatriyas, these kings. They don't know what fear is. When we were small child, then we have a topic in our school. I think what was the name of the person? Lord Nelson or something. He defeated Napoleon in the Waterloo. So the topic, the title of that chapter was, I think, what is fear? This man didn't know what fear is. So these are people, they are totally daredevils. At that time, the king of almost most of the part of India was Aurangzeb, a very tyrant, brutal, absolutely fanatic person, bloodthirsty, very, very extremely cruel and extremely inhuman. He may have killed so many people, and you cannot count. It is said that he would, before he will eat his food, the Brahmins, they wear all the three castes in India, Brahmin, Kshatriyas and Vaishya, they wear sacred thread. You have seen that sacred thread? The thread kind of thing. You have never seen.
No, thread, no.
You only see what you want to see. It's white color thread. It is when you are initiated. When you are small, then you are initiated by the gurus, by the guru. And that initiation is called your rebirth. So that is called we call in language, natural language, Janau, but what is the so just wait. It is called Upnayan Sanskar, initiation. So once you have this is called, now you will become a Dvij, twice born. What Christ used to say, that you will have to take another birth, rebirth. So this is, first birth is given to you by your parents, that is a biological birth. The second birth is given to you by the master, that is your spiritual birth. So after you are initiated, these people are called Dvij, twice born again. You understood? So all these people, Brahman, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas, they have this initiation. So it is said that Aurangzeb, this tyrant ruler, he had said to his army people that every day you have to kill so many Brahmins, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas that it should weight, their thread should weight 40 kg. The thread is just weightless almost, so 40 kg will be killing too many uncountable people. Only then I will eat my lunch or something. So these people are just absolutely mad, psychotic, neurotic. So first this man, Aurangzeb, was fighting with Shivaji. And this is the story of his son Sambhaji. So Shivaji was called lion, so his son was lion's cub. So that is the title of the film, Chhaava. Chhaava means lion's cub. So Shivaji was an expert in guerrilla war. They had a very small army compared to Aurangzeb, just maybe 10-20 times less, or even less. But they knew this guerrilla tactics and they were extremely brave, intelligent. So Aurangzeb was just very disturbed by his bravery, and he was capturing all his palaces, all his cities. Once he had been in a very treacherous way. He invited Shivaji for something, and then he managed to imprison him with his son. At that time his son was just 9-year-old. But both of them managed to escape from the prison. But later on Shivaji died, and then this boy became the king. In his whole life he fought about 127 wars, undefeated. He lived for almost just 30 years, and he knew 13 languages because if you want to unite India, you need to know many languages, and if you are fluent in those languages, you can connect well. So in that small age, he knew so many languages. So Aurangzeb was very absolutely mad that this boy he was not able to capture him. So somehow he managed to find the weak point, and the weak point was his brother-in-law. So his brother-in-law wanted that one of the territory, he wanted that he should rule independently. So he asked Sambhaji, the son of Shivaji, that you gave me that territory. I don't want that I should always ask you how to rule, what decision I am going to take. But then his sister said that he was saying that that is what Shivaji, your father, had promised to my father. But his sister said, my father never wanted that you should be interested in some territory. We have to be united together to fight. And the big boss is Sambhaji. So you have to ask. You are not that intelligent enough that you will take your own decision. So he felt humiliated, and then Aurangzeb's sister, because earlier with a very small army, Sambhaji had destroyed a very one of the most important, or perhaps the most important territory of Aurangzeb, with very small army. Destroyed everything. So both Aurangzeb and his daughter was very much with him always, and she was managing things. So, and one of the Aurangzeb's son, his name was Akbar, he went to Sambhaji and he said that I want to come with you. I want to kill my father and want to be the ruler. So Sambhaji said that this is not our way. We don't kill our fathers. But then he said that you may not be knowing, but there are people among your people also who are playing all these treacherous game. They want to remove you or kill you, and then so one of the wives of Shivaji, his father, she wanted her son to be the king. The son was small, so she was trying to do all somehow to manage to kill this Sambhaji or imprison him. And also this, his brother-in-law was also desiring the same thing. So Aurangzeb's sister, she said that as my brother wants to kill my father, there must be someone on his side also desiring the same thing. So find out that person. So finally they found that person, this man, his brother-in-law. So Aurangzeb at that time, he was so furious that Sambhaji is capturing everything, he is winning all the wars everywhere, because Aurangzeb was sending his army to that area is called Dakhin. In English it is called Deccan. That means south side. So, and because there are rivers and small mountains, hills and forests, so it is difficult for the army which is not used to that kind of place to enter and defeat easily. And they knew how all the terrain, from where to attack, how to hide, and all those things they knew, how to hide in the forest, or how to be on the treetop and then jump from above and attack the enemy suddenly. They knew all those tactics. So Sambhaji was always winning. So Aurangzeb became very furious. He said that wherever you find this, in Hindi it is called Bhagwa flag, this saffron flag, wherever you find, make it red. So his army men, wherever they were going, they were just butchering people wherever they found, capturing women, making them slaves, mistreating them in such a way. But Sambhaji was managing to free them somehow later on. So when he saw that this is going to extreme, he said, now I will call all my generals from all the places all over the India. We will meet at one place and then we will attack where Aurangzeb is at present. So he went and he had told all his people, after telling them that, because there were some people who had secretly went to Aurangzeb's side. They bowed to Aurangzeb and became his, started working under him. So Sambhaji addressed all his generals, those people. He said that Marathas, they were called Marathas. Now what you call Maharashtra, where Mumbai is. So that those area. So Marathas, they never bow to anyone except to their own land. So why these people have bowed to Aurangzeb? So he inspired all his generals that we will attack Aurangzeb now together. Meanwhile, he had sent everyone to march forward, and he was with his almost with 150 or 200 people at one place. He was to go next day or something. But this man, his brother-in-law, he came to know that now he was with very few people. So he went to Aurangzeb's army, and he said that he is there staying at a secret place with only 150 or 200 people. So this is our best chance, we can attack. So the Aurangzeb army came with 5,000 people, and then when his army people, they saw from binocular that first they thought that it is our army which is coming, but then they saw no, it is Aurangzeb army. So Sambhaji had one poet friend. He said that when he saw that the army is coming very close, he said that you just escape from here. We will manage somehow at least we will manage that you can escape. We may fight and we may die fighting, but your life is precious, so you run away. But he said that who has done this? Who is the traitor? Then he said that it is your brother-in-law. Then he became like very fiery. He said that now I want to roar like a lion. I don't want to escape. So we will fight together. Perhaps that I feel was a wrong decision, because his life was very precious. If he had not decided this, then maybe India could have become independent very early. It is of 17th century thing. But because these Kshatriyas, these warriors, they are emotional also, and this is not shown in the movie, but his family member, his wife and his elders, they were also very much in a way tired and also very disturbed by this constant war. So before moving for this war, they had asked that again you are going for the war. So he said that perhaps this is going to be the last. This time I will manage to make it the last. And he said that I can see that everyone gets so disturbed because I am going for war and I am staying there for sometimes 6 months, even sometimes 1 year without being together with my children and my wife and all other who love me. So I will try to make it the last. So when he came to know that his brother-in-law is the traitor, and few times in the movie they have shown that he was dreaming about his father was guiding him He was like a small kid and he's like passing through cave, dark cave, and he's talking with his father in the dream that how long I will have to pass through this dark cave. He said that your whole life you will have to go through this process. This you have to remain alert and awake, but you have to this dark cave you have to go on moving. Maybe one day it will be finished, but you cannot avoid it, you cannot escape from it. And once it was shown that he is, because maybe his mother died giving birth to him or when he was very small kid, so he has no remembrance of her, how she looked. So he was talking to his wife that how my mother looked, I want to know. Because his wife had told him once that I know everything, whatever is in your heart. I can understand everything, whatever you are feeling, whatever is in your heart. So he said, how my mother looked. He said, how can I say? When even you don't know, then how can I know? But she said that next life I would like to be your mother, and I will give you everything, whatever you have missed in this life. So maybe inside, perhaps when he saw that he's the whole time he is just his each and every breath is dedicated to free his country, to free his people from these cruel demons. But when he saw that his own brother-in-law is a traitor, maybe somewhere he took the wrong decision. He said that I want to roar now. So he fought with only 150 to 200 people. He fought with 5,000 people. And they were just, the way he was fighting, he was like a whirlwind, just. And they have shown it also very, like, that was really very, very, you could feel the bravery of this man. And the actor who has done it, the role of this Sambhaji, Vicky Kaushal or something, Kaushik or Kaushal, very, very good acting. They were so terrified of him. They were 5,000, but the way he was killing them looked like as if he is cutting, what do you call it, radish or carrot. And they were so terrified. And his brother-in-law was standing with them. And he was killing hundreds at a time, like whatever was in his hand, he was managing to kill these people. So then he said that this man is just impossible to manage. How he's just, so many people he's fighting alone almost. And so many people, they are afraid of him. He said that as long as his hands are free, you cannot kill him. Then they throw some chains around him, and then his hand was almost handcuffed. But still he managed for a very long time. Then his brother-in-law shoot an arrow on his chest, 2 arrows. Then he started little bit like sinking, but still he was fighting. He went on. When he was chained everywhere, both the feet. And he was being dragged to where Aurangzeb was. And the way he was like lion roaring, It was, they were almost shitting inside the, and he has acted really very, very, it looked like uh, he could just make it look very real. It was not like acting. He just, and the director of the movie had told this Vicky Kaushik that you have to behave as if you are a lion. So from in the whole movie is just like tremendous energy, all everything coming from this Hara center. Very, very impressive. Throughout the movie, it was the tears were there inside, that these are real people, these are the real gems, these are the real enlightened people. Because person who is not at all afraid to die, he is a real witness. He knows he is not this body, he is not this mind, so he can make maximum use of this body mind. There have been so many, I think, enlightened people in India whom no one knows that they are enlightened. Because that kind of fearlessness can come only when you are enlightened. And the people in Maharashtra, they respect him like Shiva. And his wife like Parvati, Shiva's wife. So then finally he was brought to Aurangzeb. And but Aurangzeb said, though he is caught and he is totally chained, but this man has no fear at all. He is not ready to bow down his head at all. So his daughters said later on that you take out all his nails with something which you just pull out his nails. So when it was shown the first with some kind of thing, this started once the first nail, because I was trying to feel how these people must have been, and what I knew that this is just a movie, this is not something real, but I wanted to feel that person, how these people must have been, how brave, how just total will that is not ready to surrender. When you are like, you have transcended your body mind, then you become just energy. And these people, they have their whole life is just tapasya, austerity. They are just preparing the whole time how to, because they knew with whom they are dealing is absolute tyrant. They are total brutes. They are just animals. They are devils. So when his first nail was pulled, I just feel this, just like the pain, kind of like, and almost anyone who is watching, it is said that because people, the review is, I am seeing the review all the time, little bit. So most of the people, especially women, they are all crying all the time, this the last half an hour of the movie. Though I was more very alert, so I was not crying, but when the first time it was shown, I could feel, if I could empathize with that. So the kind of sound, it's not that the sound came out, but inside that what do you call it? Like you feel the pain totally. I became one with his pain at that time. And I went to watch this movie also to see that because of these people, those who are still Hindus, they could remain Hindus. Otherwise, the whole India would have been converted to Islam. Like all other countries, wherever Islam went, they all surrendered totally 100%. Only in India they resisted. Despite their very best effort, they could not convert almost 80% of the people. Constant effort for thousands of years. Not 1,000, but more than 1,000 years. And before they came, other barbarians came. Alexander came first almost. So many of them came here to loot. They went on coming, went on looting, killing, murdering, raping. But still India's soul they could not destroy. So then, but what he said, the only thing he said inside, Jai Bhavani, something like that. It's like the goddess, one of the goddess of India. He may be her worshipper. So, and Aurangzeb's daughter said that though you have pulled all his nails, but he is not showing any pain. Then afterwards, they said that they went to report it to Aurangzeb that we have did everything to torture him, but this man is just unbelievable. He is not. There is no fear in his eyes. Then Aurangzeb just caught this word eyes. He said, now do it. So they took 2 rods, put it on fire. They made it almost like red. And Aurangzeb was also standing there, and or I think Aurangzeb was standing or not. That I don't remember. So they were going to put both the rod in his eyes, both the eyes. And he was just looking without blinking. The man who was going to do it, he said, at least you close your eyes. What? But he was not even ready to close his eyes. Put both the rod inside his eyes. Then also he just uttered the name of this goddess and didn't show any pain. I think before that or after that, I think before that they had burning stones, small pebbles that was all burnt. They put all over his body, like that will burn your skin totally. But he was just unmoved. And he had a poet friend. He was also caught. The man who said that you escape, we will deal with these people. He was also caught with him, and he was with him. And the poet, he was also chained totally. He said to the poet, forgive me that I give you so much. Because of me, you are suffering so much. He said that you are my Krishna, and being with you, This pain is just a blessing. And then this poet friend they had talked before when it was good time. He said, I will one day have competition with you in poetry. So then they started talking in poetry. Before that, his hand, everything was removed. He said that, where are you taking my friend? Are you releasing him? They were just joking. They knew that he is going to be killed. So for almost 2-3 minutes, they talked in poetry. All song of bravery. And he said, now this is my last words. Again, this time again in poetry also you are going to win, because my poetry is going to end now. They are going to kill me. Exactly, I don't remember all those things, whatever they talked. So then he was killed, his friend. Then last time Aurangzeb, because what he was saying, that all this torture they were doing because they wanted that he should surrender to Aurangzeb, give all his kingdom to him, all the wealth, and the most important thing was that he should convert to Islam. So finally Aurangzeb came to him and he said that you join us, the Mughal army, and the only thing you have to do is to convert to Islam. So Sambhaji said that, why don't you join the Marathas? And you don't have even to convert to our religion. So my proposal is better than yours. He didn't say that, I am just adding this thing. So he said that this fight for freedom which we are having, it is not against any religion. You join our side. He said, what is this Swaraj? They call it Swaraj, means self-rule. He said, Swaraj is everywhere written, in the mountains, in the rivers, in every child's breath, all the young men, all the girls. Everyone wants Swaraj, this Swaraj. We want to be free. You join this thing. But then Aurangzeb felt that this man cannot be destroyed, cannot be in any way reduced to being a slave. And his daughter was watching it, he said. And Aurangzeb was saying that we are going to kill you. He said that you can kill me, but there will be thousands like me there, they will be coming. I have inspired them, I have put fire in them, these people. There will be thousands of Sambhajis. But with your death, your kingdom is going to be finished. Your Mughal empire will be finished once you die. It was not finished after him, but afterwards it was just almost very, very small. That he was the last king. Last great king last big king. Afterwards they became very small, shrunken. So, because he was declaring all those things without fear, then his daughter, Aurangzeb's daughter, said that you take out his tongue. Well, then they brought something to snatch his tongue, took out his tongue. Then also he didn't shout or anything, he just remained like. So this is what looked like almost impossible thing. They are so detached, they have become so disidentified. These people are just like real diamonds. If they were not born, India could never have become free. We owe everything to them. And then before, when his father had died, Aurangzeb, I don't know whether he said it or not, but they showed it in the movie, that Aurangzeb said to Allah that keep the doors of heaven open, a lion is coming. Don't close. At least he had this respect for this man, that this man was so brave. But when Sambhaji died, he said that if I had even one of my son like him, this kind of brave man, I would have conquered the whole world. But I could not have any son who was capable at all. Compared to this man, they are just nothing. And then after he died, then there was another man, his stepmother's daughter, because he had told his wife that you have to keep this torch burning, so someone has to be the king. So his stepmother's son, he became the king. Ramchandra ji or something like that. The boy, he became the king. Then almost in the end, his daughter said that this man, he even celebrated his death. And he left us to live a miserable life. Even in our life, we are just like dying every moment. We are suffering, but he even celebrated his death. And when Aurangzeb heard the news that another boy has become the king, the man who came with the news that Marathas have found their new king, Aurangzeb took out one of his knife and went on putting it on that man. He killed him, and then he himself fell down. That falling down was showing that now he is he felt his defeat. He realized that he is defeated. Though this man died, but really he died. Really he was defeated. This man was, because he could not defeat this man's courage, this man's willpower, this man's decision, this man's bravery. He could not make him bow down to him. So this movie was really, these kind of movies should be made. Otherwise, the kind of movie they make, they cannot inspire you for anything. They cannot in any way instill some bravery, some courage, some fire within you. The kind of movie they make you almost, what do you call it? Half man, what will be the word?
Subhuman.
No. Like chocolate type, will be the word? Effeminated kind. No strength, no manliness. Huh? So, what do you have to say? I have finished now.
The daughter of Aurangzeb is a horrible person, Swami. How can she think
but
of
how
all
can
these
she?
ideas coming from-
She will not be horrible. They are all horrible. So they only know that whatever they are doing for Islam, I don't know whether they really believe all those things, or they're just doing only for power and only for kingdom. They want, and it looked like, if you see the movie, this man was so egoistic. He wanted the whole world to bow to him, and he said also once, when he, I think when he came to hear the news that Sambhaji is caught, he is imprisoned, then he said to Allah that it is very good that he is caught, otherwise I would have destroyed your whole creation. So this is kind of the ego these people have. Though he was doing nothing, he was an old man, he was not going to for any fight. His army was going. In the young age, maybe he may have fought some battle, but mostly, even from his side, the side of Mughal, mostly all the real brave people were all Kshatriyas, all Rajputs. Mostly they were Hindus, real brave people. But they had somehow bowed to his big army, so they were given good, all kind of wealth. So this has been the weakness of India. Always its door has been opened by its own people for outsiders. But I think this will happen, always happen in a country where you find such extremely extraordinary brave people. Then you will have the other extreme also. India has produced the greatest Buddhas, the greatest enlightened people, and you will find the greatest Buddhas also in India. So where there will be some people who are reaching to pinnacle, such height, then there will be people who will be reaching to valley also, to the lowest point also. So when you will share this one?
Share tomorrow, Swami.
Tomorrow from college.
From college, I will start making.
No, from there you have to share also.
Okay. I share before I come home.
So I am very thankful to the people who made it. And I have bought the book also. I have started reading also. Based on someone, Shivaji something. Shivaji was name of his father also. The writer is also, his name is also Shivaji something. I think this man is also now dead, but I bought his book, I think yesterday. I thought that I should read the book also. You have anything more to say? Then otherwise I will.
Thank you for sharing this story with me. It was such a... I don't know what word to say, but the bravery is amazing.
But I think the way I said also must have helped you to visualize. Otherwise,
yes.
Earlier,
correct, yes.
Because my language is not that I am a great great orator or something. But when I start speaking, then when things start coming from inside, only then I can speak well. Otherwise, I am short of words many times, because I've never been a very extrovert person. I don't speak much, but now I have to speak because very few people speak these things. So though it is little difficult for me to speak, but still then I have to speak. Because these are the real people. If you don't respect these people, then you will have all kind of rotten people, and your culture, your civilization, your greatness will all vanish, and all kind of pygmies and third-rate people and transgenders and what all these people will take their place. I'm not against real transgenders, but what these wokeist and leftist people want, they want to make the whole world into transgenders, transvestites, transgenders. Okay?
Okay, thank Thank you, Swami. Thank you, Swami.
But your thanks will happen only when you will share it quickly.
Yes. Okay, Swami. Okay.
Okay. I will give you the
Oh.
title later.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Mm.